Hello and welcome Internet. I am Ignite, also known as Gladiator, and I'm joined here with Black Templar. And we are doing a bit of a summary of Season 2. We had a lot of good games, a lot of different things that we want to talk about. So let's get this started. Let's go ahead and review the semifinals and the championships for both winners and losers.
Yep. So, where should we start with? There's plenty to go around.
Yeah, there is plenty. Let's start with losers. Firstly, and then we can talk about winners. So, in the losers for the semifinals, we got Maverick Stadium Army losing to, not losing, but winning against the Vampires, and then we got the Halflings losing against the Orcs.
I would say for Merrick, well done to Merrick. I mean, hey, not only did he squeak in to get into the losers bracket, but he did well against Bright in the semifinals.
Oh, he hurt them pretty hard. And he stomped on the week before that too. So it was kind of like a repeat what happened. However, for the semifinals, I really like talking about, or really want to talk about the Halflings versus Orcs. That was a really good game.
Oh yes, that was a good game. But I felt sorry for Ben. I thought he had a chance to get a draw, take it to extra time, where he could have won it, but the Orcs just squeaked through.
Yep. They got the coin toss, they got the ball, and there's the chances of the Halflings winning, going down the toilet. But for Halflings, he had a decent run, 2, 3, 5. For Halflings, it's not bad.
Oh yeah, and to be honest, if we look at his season, Ben's season, I would say he's been the biggest surprise out of everyone for this season.
Yeah.
Because we all thought he would have been the bottom two, but he came fifth, which was not too bad.
Indeed. And the Orcs turned out to do fairly well. His freaking troll got hit hard though. That was hilarious.
Oh, that was brilliant. I loved that. That was hilarious. I loved Dive's response as well. He was actually horrified.
Yeah, freaking negative armor value on a troll. Ugh. It's good. It's still a good troll.
No, that's practically. Yeah, but a negative value on a troll, it's practically him fired, pretty much.
Almost, but I wouldn't really say it's that much. He has block, so I don't think he would have fired him if the seasons continue with the current teams. I don't think he'll fire him, but he's definitely not as strong as he used to be.
Oh yeah.
But regardless,
well, it doesn't help when you get a splint up your ass from a tree. I think that tends to happen.
And I think that was turn 1, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was.
I think it was, yeah.
That was horrible, but Toxyork definitely turned out to be a good player for that game. Both games, really.
But in the final, however, that was a different story.
Yeah, the humans got trash canned.
I felt sorry for Merrick. Nothing was going for him.
I give him that. He definitely tried, but the Orcs stomps on humans sometimes, and that time was hilarious.
Yeah, but to Merrick's credit, though, he got to the final after having a horrendous start. He got all the way to the losers final, so he can take pride in that.
Yeah, his team did get a good chance or a good chunk of losses. So, what was it? I can't even remember. It was blah 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 blah. 3-6, 6 losses altogether for his entire season. So, kind of similar to the Halflings. I mean, this is the losers league, but still.
But at least he got the first win on the Orcs, and then he lost, didn't he? In the final, in the rematch.
Did he win against Orcs? I can't remember. Wait, I can look at his history.
He won against Gymnastics. I think he won against Gymnastics. I think.
Well, I know he won against them back to back. But to the Orcs,
that was hilarious.
Trying to see. They tied last time they fought. Like before
they
the
tied,
champion.
yes.
Yeah, they tied. And he tied against me too. So, on overall for humans, he did okay. He did okay. Bright did have a decent season too. We didn't really talk much about Bright, but he had a good season.
He had a good season, but I think we could both agree that the last game, Merrick did screw him out.
Well, last two
I think
games,
he's-
he
some of
screwed
his
him
guys-
out.
Well, they are countrymen, so that might be an interesting sight at the dinner table if they ever meet.
Heck, and Depression was definitely a good player for the Vampires too. But either way, that was a loser's part of the championship. Let's look at the winners for season 2.
This one got a little bit messy in certain areas.
Oh, definitely. Let's start with the semifinals. Let's go ahead and start talking with your Necro team versus the Amazons.
All I could say about that match is Nuffle really hated him.
Yeah, it was. He had some bad luck. A lot of bad
Luck, I
luck.
think, is not the word I would use for that match.
A lot of bad luck.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we were hardly hurting each other, but what lost it for him was the fact that he couldn't hold the ball, and every time he went to go for it, he just tripped every time, and I just capitalized every time he
Yep.
could do anything.
And then he started getting so depressed at it too. Oh,
God.
man.
I was getting worried. I was getting worried during that match, thinking, "Oh no, what have I done?"
He was starting to hit his head on the table. It was hilarious. But either way.
I heard that bang first off. But what the hell?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But it's okay. It's okay to get a little frustrated. Just tone it down a little bit. Either way, next semifinal was actually really close against Escape and my team with the Chaos. That was actually really close and scary. Cause
It was. I'll be
oof.
honest with you, I thought he had you, to be honest, but you managed to get through by the skin of your teeth.
Definitely. I thought that freaking gutter runner was just going to book it down the field. But he tripped on it. I was able to get some players around him, secure the ball, and do one of the most ridiculous plays I had for the entire season, to be honest.
Yeah, but if you failed, that would have been overtime, and that could have gone the Skaven's way more than yours, I would say.
Yeah, it definitely could. If he got the ball, it's guaranteed Skaven will probably win this. Because, like, it's been how many games? Because we fought back-to-back, too. He was able to run through a tackler's tackle zone. And, yeah, that was nasty. And he was able to do that with both games.
Yeah, but unfortunately for our friend Pig Dog, he won't be using Skaven this time in the next season.
He will not, but we will definitely talk about
So it
that
won't-
later.
Yep, that's gonna be interesting. Oh,
Indeed. But heck, let's move on to the championship between myself versus you. That
Yeah.
was a game 2.
yet again. Yeah, yet again, for the second season in a row, I've made to a final and fell in the final hurdle.
Yeah, you came in second again, but could be worse.
Yet in both games have always been close quarters affairs.
Yeah, and you weren't really getting any good injuries on me. The armor rolls against me was fairly crap, and my armor rolls were
Yeah,
not bad.
Our Stormwall defenses really held out for a long time, though, didn't they?
Say that one more time.
Defenses were pretty good. It's just you managed to break through because I couldn't stop your bloody
Beastman.
tsunami from getting through.
Yeah, and I had to do some go for it, and I did not roll a 1.
Yeah, I know you git.
I wasn't rolling that many ones that game, I don't think. Or I know I'll roll a few skulls, but I really couldn't re-roll them. Only rolled
You only rolled
15
you only-
ones.
Yeah, no. That was mostly for your bloody wild animal.
Pretty much. Heck, yeah, my wild animals was at 69%. So I was actually doing decent with them too. I had a lot of skulls. I had 33 skulls though, and I couldn't re-roll them for 1/2. So that was ridiculous because your halfling chef took all my re-rolls, so I had to play super cautious. I couldn't take any real risks unless it's a 2-die, I get like 2-die
Yeah.
block, and I couldn't really dodge or do go for it. So I had to play defense because I had the ball, already had the lead. I had to make sure you couldn't get the ball. That's the main thing I had to do. So
Yeah.
you were running against two
Yeah.
different things. Not only my defense, but also the clock. So that was the issue for you.
Yeah. But it was a hard fought game, but
Oh,
I'll be
definitely.
honest, I did okay, and
Oh yeah,
but
you did good.
it also yeah, but hopefully next season I will hopefully get there for a third time and actually bloody win the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Heck, but yeah, that was that. Overall, the teams for everyone, I think me and you were definitely tied. If I can get to it. There you
Yeah,
are.
we were tied.
Leaderboard. Yeah, we were tied. And the Orcs actually had some high TV. So yeah, overall, it was a close season, especially for the finals. I mean, there was like 4 or 5 different teams just kicking it out to the finals. But
Yeah. Unfortunately for our two lowest team members, which is Nurgle and Lizardman, it really did not go well, did it?
Oh no, it didn't. Scythe just kept on getting bad luck by luck. He got good luck at the beginning and the end game. And the best part is, he was able to drag Johnny out of losers. That was hilarious.
I heard he was going batshit because he said he was absolutely nearly going to tear up his room to pieces in anger.
Yeah, freaking Johnny lost to Scythe 4-0. And then Scythe
How that even happened was beyond me. I couldn't believe that 4-0. But what the hell was going on?
Yeah, it was hilarious. I said that, I'm pretty sure I said Johnny's gonna win just because of the sheer strength and skill advantage. Well, I mean, my skills is talking about his players, but Johnny does not know how to play Lizardman that well apparently, and got his team stomped on. And Nuffle wasn't with him either, so that was hilarious.
I was, like I said, I was shocked to the scoreline. I was shocked with the scoreline, thinking 4-0. What the hell? That's not Nurgle.
But yeah, I'll probably definitely insert it here. But there's a few highlights that I definitely want to talk about. The first one was involving with the halflings. I believe they were fighting the orcs. They tied, but that was a good highlight. I'm gonna insert it right there.
Is this tournament round robin or double round?
Yes, they picked up the ball. Whoopee.
Do you know if the tournament's a double or round robin?
You can't make double, like we play each
Oh,
other
can't you?
twice unless you just remake the league afterwards.
With
Okay.
such tiny
So,
arms, it's probably
of
more
course you roll
reasonable
one.
to settle for
What
a
else would you
full
roll?
handoff.
A 3.
The reroll.
Successful
Oh, we
help.
got it.
I like what I'm seeing.
All right, here we go. Da, 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 da.
Oh, the reroll's gone. The
Da,
reroll
da,
is
da,
gone.
da, da.
Isaac.
Da, da,
No!
da, da, da.
No!
Do, 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 do. No! Please, friend. Yes!
There. Another good highlight involved.
Oh yes,
What do you got?
was it the one when he threw the halfling? Wasn't it?
It was.
When he threw the halfling to the touchline.
Yes.
That was insane, but it was brilliant.
Yeah, that was a great play. Another good play, in my opinion, was definitely in the semifinals of my Beastmen handing it off and throwing it to each other. It would get a touchdown and secure the semifinals for me. That.
Get the ball, then I've got a chance. If I don't get my guys back, then
All right. Well, you know something? I got a chance myself to get a touchdown. It really decides if I can pick up the ball. I got the ball.
oh my god, you could do it.
Yep, that's why I put those players where they were. Can I catch it? I can.
This will be filthy if you do this.
3+, 3+. that was a really good highlight for the season too. You have any good highlights in your mind, buddy?
Yeah, I would say the one I think everyone loved and everybody laughed at was when Johnny's two lizard men got killed to one werewolf. That was fun.
That was fun.
Nice. Oh, Blitz. Wonderful. And fuck.
Oh, bloody hell!
What the fuck?
Well, I got straight to work.
No!
What did you get?
Ah.
Wow,
Ah.
that's even worse. Wow.
One,
Now, Rugtail, good boy. Now, go back and eat the bone that you just picked up. Good boy.
Come on, use a werewolf. I cannot wait.
Oh yes, got him.
What? What the no?
That's two.
He had 5 SPP.
And come to me. I've just raised him as my new zombie. He's now on my team.
He had 5 SPP.
That was fun.
That was funny. I'm not going to deny that, but something now I just now remembered. I'll insert your highlight in there too. But killing sources with werewolves is always fun though. But another highlight, in my opinion, is when the halfling threw the ball to another halfling, and I believe he got a touchdown.
Not enough tackle zones on that ball, and now the opposing team has paid the price.
Oh. You mean this?
Fire up regardless of what I do. Okay. Alright, good luck, little guy. Here we go.
Another pass. This isn't my
I will
bag.
re-roll that.
Oh.
Well, sure we'll see some senseless violence soon.
Yes! Come on! No! Yes! What?
Amazing! The crowd just as the half-time whistle blew.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
He got a touchdown.
Yeah, that was insane. A halfling doing a pass. That was just what?
That was great. That was great. Oh man. Also,
I think
Johnny.
another highlight
Go ahead.
be the Haltry Boundaries match against, I can't remember who it was, but it was against, I think, the Skaven.
I'm
where
pretty
he
sure.
scored on turn 16 with a desperate last play from his own end zone to the other end zone.
Reroll left.
Yes. I need you, Aya, not to fuck up the goddamn catch again. I need you to actually pick up the ball. Thank you. Thank you.
I won't be mad if you win this. I will.
Oh, I'm gonna be winning. Unless I fail this, I'm winning.
Oh.
Oh, I have a reroll.
Yeah.
Hey, remember how you were saying Flanchan doesn't look impressive to you? She just won me the game. GG.
Oh damn. GG. That was a good game.
To the other end zone.
Yes, that was another good play. It was really, really close. The Skaven were actually doing decent at marking his players. And, yeah, it was, ridiculous. Another play, something we definitely got to talk about, is Johnny heard a tree. He had to use Apothecary.
Okay, if I do this. Okay. And I want to stay. And if I do this now. Oh, it's better.
This is gonna be enough to come out on top.
That's pro stats, ladies and gentlemen. Pro stats. Oh, stats.
Oh, what? Wow. Okay, that doesn't happen very often.
No fool! Thank you!
and that was great. And another time when I hurt a tree with my claws, not as remarkable because Johnny didn't have claws, but still necessary to say because of both really good plays if you hurt a treeman.
Oh yeah.
Anything
I would
else?
say the biggest. I would say another matchup was yet again was Bright versus Ben, because that was just an insane silly slugfest. That was instead of a passing game.
That was a good match, but is there any good highlights in it though?
I would say Bark just running ramp, rough shot on everyone.
I got you. But yeah, there were some of the better highlights. Let's talk about some of the better games in this season.
Oh yeah.
Let's do the top
yeah,
3
that could go
games,
around, I would
not
say.
not including the championships or the semifinals, not including them, just the main season. Let's talk about 3 different games that was really really good in your mind.
Different games. Ooh, that is a hard choices to
Indeed.
make. But the one game I will give to, and if I can find it, let me look at the schedule. 'Cause I remember when I see it, but it involves Ben's Halflings. 'Cause it was the where is it?
Who do you fight?
Yeah.
You don't remember.
Yeah. Ah, here it is. It was the Colorful Cauldrons versus the Unpronounceables.
Oh yeah, that involved the halfling throw. That was a great game.
Yeah, and that was one where I think poor Ben was where poor Johnny was losing his marbles.
It was. It really was. He couldn't understand the concept of halflings winning against lizardmen.
Yeah.
I think
the next
yeah, the next game.
one.
I don't
would
know.
have to be. Well, I'm gonna go with the match between you and the System of the Orcs.
I don't want to say that one. That was crap. I got crap armor rolls. That was a bad game.
That was what the good thing about it. You were running roughshod, then he just literally outbassed you.
It wasn't a good highlight game. I'm talking about the best games. That was a one-sided game.
I would say the Colorful Cauldrons versus Necrocorp, because that was a high-scoring affair. Because remember, every time Eve was throwing his goblins left, right, and his goblins, wrong team, halflings. He was throwing them left, right, and center, and he was just literally landing every landing and scoring. It was like, can I stop him?
One of my personal favorite games was actually against the humans. I tied against him. He was able to stop my rampage, and I couldn't get any armor rolls against him either. That was actually a way closer game than the orc game. That was one-sided, and Nuffle hated me. This game was a lot more closer.
Yeah, it was a close match. I gotta admit, but I would say we could both agree on the biggest shocker was the Nurgle match versus the Unpronounceables. That was the biggest shocker.
That was hilarious. It was one-sided, but it was hilarious.
Come on. When have you heard a Nurgle team scoring 4 touchdowns? When have you heard that?
I haven't. They're so slow. It's almost impossible to think of that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like shock of the league, I would say.
Indeed. But let's go ahead and go into your segment, though. About your listing of MVPs and upbringings for different positions.
So, allow me to explain to those who are unaware of what this is. This is called the Best 11. These are 11 of the best players in certain positions that me and Glad have talked about that deserve to be in a team, if they were together, would be near unstoppable.
Indeed.
So, let us start off with the first position, which was quarterbacks.
Yes, we have a good chunk of nominations, but only one winner. First things first, I say the Skaven Thrower was a good nomination.
I picked Merrick Ishtar as a nomination.
Yep, that was another good quarterback. We also had the Amazons. They had a good quarterback, and there was also throw in the Orc team that I almost forgot about. They were all
Yep.
really good quarterbacks.
But however, only one. Yep, but only one can take the crown, unfortunately.
And I think we
And
both
that
definitely
position
agree.
belonged to. We give it to Merrick Ishtar.
Indeed, that was a great quarterback.
Yep. So well done, Maz. Your quarterback has made the list. And
Yep.
to be honest, anyone who can make an ogre do a catch deserves to be in that nomination, regardless.
And not only once, but twice.
Yep. So he deserved it. No questions asked.
All right, and the next bit is running backs. We actually got 2 players that got the award for it.
And this was a hard one. This was very hard because we had a lot of running back choices. We had about what, 8 or 9 to choose
Something
from?
like that. We had Mr. Cheeky from the Nurgle team. He was a good running back. We had
Tailwagger.
we had your werewolves, tailwaggers, the lizardman skink. What's his name? He was actually a one-turn touchdown
Crocodile.
potential.
Basil.
Basil, definitely. We also had Depression and Flood.
Nope.
Um,
Yep. We also had Toxork.
yep, Toxic Orc was a good running back. And I think, what was the main ball carrier for the Amazons? I don't even remember. I think they all did it, so there wasn't really a nomination for them.
Oh no, no, it wasn't that they all had it, so it was a bit of a hard choice. But we did manage to break it down to 2 after a long discussion.
Yeah, indeed. And I guess I'll let you go ahead and say the first
winners-
one.
The winner, the first one who made it in, was our old and troublesome friend, if you could remember him.
Very well.
Yep. Was Depression. Well
Depression.
done, Depression. You're in.
Yes, he was a really good running back. Only behind another position, and that's actually Flood. My running back, Chaos.
Yep. So Depression and Flood, well done. You have made the list.
Indeed, good players, good teams.
And now the receivers.
Yes, that was also interesting to choose from.
And same again, only 2 people can claim positions on that front. And there was quite a few receivers, but I think we both agreed on one of them right off the bat, right away.
Yes, definitely. We can easily go ahead and just say that one.
It was Basil. Well
Yep.
done, Basil. You're in.
Definitely. We were considering to put him in running back or receiver, but most of the time when you saw Basil, he caught it from his thrower. That's what made him a receiver.
Yep. Yep.
But let's
And
let's
the
do a
other
couple
choice
more. Let's do
was-
some
this was the
nominations
hardest-
first before we get to the second choice. Let's do a couple of nominations. We actually
From the
had
Valkyrie Boundary, Aya Shamori was, I think she was called. Forgive me if I butchered the name.
yep.
Even you commit that was a bad name to try and pronounce.
Freaking Joe's going to get on to you now. But
Yeah.
yeah, those were definitely
Yep.
the 2. So yeah, good job on y'all 2. Y'all made the list.
Odeon was. Yep. Odeon also got on nominations, which we actually thought was hilarious.
Yes. We didn't really talk about nominations for us. Yeah, Odeon was really good. Who else do we have? I think it was. Dang.
Toxork, I believe, was the other one.
I'm pretty sure it was. Toxork or.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. But either way,
Yeah.
let's move on to linebacker.
So we move on. Yep. For those who don't know what linebackers are players that keep the backlines, who are mostly defending the backlines from intruders. And
The
by God,
blitzers
we
slash
really had a hard
killers.
job picking these 2.
Yes, there was a
Yeah,
good
we had
chunk
a
of
hard job picking those 2.
There's a good chunk of players that could definitely do some. We have different Black Orcs. We had different blitzers from the Orc team. We had some Nurgle team, vampires, necromantic. Everyone in here could potentially have a spot for a linebacker.
But we managed to break it down to 2. It took a while though.
Indeed. Actually, we got it down to 3, remember?
Oh yeah, we got down to 3, but we had to decide which of the 3 would take it. So
Yep.
which 2 would take it though, that was the thing.
Indeed.
And you mind announcing the 2 winners?
Oh wait, that was lineman I was looking at. Yeah, linebacker. The first one is
Yeah.
going to be Ishmael Tillwagger from the Necromantic team, the werewolf. Ooh, scary player. And
Yeah.
the next one is going to be Flandry Scarlet from the Amazonian team.
From the. Yep. So well done. They're in the best 11.
Indeed.
And the next one, Lyman. Lyman, by God, Lyman was a nightmare.
Definitely, there were so many potential players. Again, Nurgle, Chaos, Human, Orcs. Not really Skaven. Skaven didn't have any good linemen. Vampire, Lizardman.
No, the Lizardmen.
Yep. I mean, heck, freaking. Let's talk about a couple of nominations right quick before we really get into it. We have to talk about the Lizardmen's. What's his name? I can't say it because it's unpronounceable.
Yeah.
Pirsa,
It's,
I guess.
It's Croxic.
Oh,
it's
and his
Croxical.
Croxical was both of them were nominations for it. We had some Chaos players. We had Avalanche and
Which were
was really good, and
Earthquake.
Earthquake. Almost any of the Chaos were is really good to have.
The Black Orc, the one with Garden Block for the System of the Orcs, he was among the nominations.
Yep. That one and the Mighty Blow.
Anxiety.
Uh,
Yeah, Anxiety was another choice.
yep. And Steve was too for the humans.
Yeah, the Strength 4 guy. You know, he was a blitzer. He was constantly on the line fighting.
Yep, he really was. Heck, Maz will put him on the line fighting, and he actually came on top a few times. So, I'll let you go ahead and take the honors of saying who's the best lineman in the league.
I can't remember the third one, but I know Avalanche was one. We picked
Yep.
him.
Yep.
Eve the Blitzer was number 2.
And number 3 was Sarah
And I recall
Orkian.
Syria Orkian. So congratulations, guys. You've made in. I mean, you've got to give credit for the humans. They've got in twice.
Indeed, they got the quarterback and a good lineman. So yeah, same with Chaos and Amazons too. So yeah,
But now, the fun part, the big guys.
the big guys. There was a good chunk of nominations for that too. There was the troll from the Orcs. There was my Minotaur. There was Nurgle's Beast of Nurgle. The Halfling Treeman.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. The Lizardmen
Yep, the Croxagore.
and Odeon.
And Odeon. You can't forget Odeon.
No, we can't. But it was a hard decision because we did break it down to 2, which was Bark and Odeon, because they were the 2 most outstanding big guys in the league, I thought.
Definitely Bark. Oh my gosh, that guy was a monster. Probably definitely one of the better players in the entire league for just sheer hitting power.
And it was a hard decision, but we did go with Bark as the big guy because, like you said, he was just like force of nature. It was like hard to stop him.
And he carried the Halfling team on his back with all his punches.
And his injury record was quite insane.
Indeed, indeed. But let's go ahead and move on to the next section.
Yep, the last section of the best 11, the jack of all trades player, a player who you could count on to do anything that was required of them.
Yes,
And we kind of both agreed on this player.
definitely. And that was, we won't really go about many nominations because there was almost everyone that you see in the list is a nomination already.
Yep.
But we
But
had to give
we
it
did
to
go for one,
Toxiorg.
And that Toxorg. I mean, come on. Block, tackle, movement plus, and agility plus. What more could you ask for from a player who could do everything?
Yeah, that it was a ridiculous player, and he had Mighty Blow afterwards too. So, oof.
What more can you say? That play was like, if you needed to do any blitz work, or you needed to do ball carrying, or you needed to throw ball, or defend the back lines, he was the man for the job.
Yeah, definitely the best Orc player on his team.
And last but not least,
We got
MVP
MVPs
of the entire league.
Yes.
And this really was a hard choice, but
Ye-
we came to agreement. There's not just one, but two players have earned that distinction.
Yeah, we definitely knew which two were going to be it. We just couldn't really decide on one. So, yeah.
Yep. And the two players are Flood from the Catastrophes and Basil from the Rats.
Yeah, both players
Well
were
done, boys.
team makers of the entire game.
So they are the MVPs. So well done, guys. And that's it for this section.
Indeed. A lot of good players. And man, Basil and Flood, definitely one of the few players that everyone wanted to kill. If not each other.
Yeah. Yeah, which we all failed to do.
Yeah, we all did. I fell twice, and I tried.
I wanted to get him in the semi so I could kill him, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
Yeah, it was randomized, so it kind of was unfortunate for that part.
Yeah.
But either way,
Okay.
I guess that is pretty much about it for season 2. But I guess we can go ahead and start talking about the upcoming season of season 3.
Which we're currently still in the process of bringing in the teams, but I mean, already in our Discord, we're getting lots of people telling their names of the teams now. So don't worry, guys. If you haven't got the invite, they are en route.
Indeed, indeed.
Just give Glad a chance to get through them all.
Yeah, I have a good chunk of stuff to worry about. But let's go ahead and go from the list top to bottom. I'll go. We'll take turns in who's going to be. So I'll take the first one. The first one is going to be Norse by Johnny. He was in last place of season 2. Yeah, a surprise pick from him. I thought he was going to go something else.
Yeah. I would say for Johnny that this could be a good team for him, but it depends who he gets in the first match. Because in my opinion, the best matchup for the first round is against the Amazons. Worst matchup, anyone who's a bashy team who can out-bash him.
Yeah.
In my view.
Probably one of his worst matchups will be the next one. You can go ahead and say what they are.
Oh. Scythe 18, formerly as Nurgle, will take the Chaos Dwarfs.
Yep, that is definitely one of the worst counter picks for both Norse and another team. We won't announce who it is until we get to them. But yeah.
For the Chaos Dwarfs, best matchup for them is anyone slow. So basically someone like the Norse, or anyone like a slow team, or anyone who's got like lots of like agility or no skills, they're gonna run riot.
Yeah, and if there's
However,
any
the
kind of
worst
Amazon
pick for
team,
them
then
is-
yeah. Ugh.
And if for their worst first matchup will be anyone with high movement or agility, they will hate it.
Yeah, any kind of elves. Ooh, it's gonna be disgusting. But the next one that we got on the list is going to be Oathmaster with the Bretonians. He is a new player that hasn't been any kind of season, so he's a bit of a new blood. He's going to be very interesting to watch. Curious to see how he plays. I heard that he played a lot of Lizardman. But yeah, he picks some discount price humans.
I think yes, his worst matchup for him is against any bashy team. Any bashy team he comes up against, that's his worst matchup for him.
Yep.
Against agility teams, it's a 50-50 gambit with him. That'll be his best options than having to face a bashy team.
Indeed.
Next is another new blood, which is Sergeant Grimmer 86. He'll be taking the Skaven.
The third Skaven team in a row, too.
Indeed. Now, his worst starting matchup is against any more Bastion or Tackle in their army. So basically, Chaos Dwarfs is the worst matchup for him.
Yeah, Chaos Dwarves. If there's an Orc team,
Fuck, would you
Orcs,
be-
Lizardmen. Yeah, definitely. Any kind of bashy team will freaking mess them up, but he can outrun them. And
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but Chaos Dwarfs is the worst because they've all got tackles. Like, yeah, that's the worst matchup he's gonna have.
definitely. And the next one is gonna be Romkey.
Best matchup.
Oh, you want to talk about
New
the best?
blood.
Yeah, it's gonna be Romkey. He has humans.
Best- Yep. Ooh. Talking from a human who took humans to the finals. If he does this right, he could get into the finals, but it's all gonna boil down to how he makes a team. That's what's gonna come down to.
How he makes his team, how cautious does he play, how aggressive does he play, how defensive does he play. Humans can be a really good team. They're well balanced. They are easy to play but hard to master. It really depends on how quick you can learn. Because this is new blood and a rookie player too. Because this is not really an underling or anything, but I believe Pirate Joe is trying to teach him. He's like a student type of deal.
Yeah, I would say his worst matchup is against someone like you or me. Pretty much any experienced coach, it'll be his worst matchup.
Yeah, any experienced coach.
I think his best match. Yeah, his best matchup for the beginning would be someone of the New Bloods. Would be a bit more fair for him.
That or Johnny.
Johnny, agreed. Johnny, fair deal. But any experienced coach is the worst matchup for him. But any newbie or Johnny, yeah, that'd be the best match for him.
Mm-hmm. And next one up is gonna be there's a lot of new people here. It's gonna be Malt. He's
Yeah.
playing Dark Elves.
Oh, this sounds interesting. This is an interesting. Dark Elves are one of the only few teams in the Elven group that loves a good fight.
Yep, and they have 4 blitzers.
So, I would say his worst matchup would be against I would say against the Chaos Dwarfs would be his worst matchup because they can out-brawl him.
I would say Chaos Dwarves. I would say some fast bashy teams, something like if there's a Chaos team, Chaos. If there is a to be honest, another Elf team can actually fight them a little bit, not to the same degree, but if they have similar armor,
I would say
then yeah. So like High Elves.
Norse could do it because even though they've got average speed, because they've got block, they could hold them off.
If they fight them early on, definitely Norse can do it. It just really depends on the player.
Yeah, sorry Johnny, but you are gonna get ragged on because you are the worst player. Sorry, mate.
Worst player in season 2.
Anyhow, the next one is a returning champion.
Of season
Goja
1.
Games. He returns as the Amazons.
Gojira. Very interesting choice. I was expecting you going to be picking Orc, because I know you're an Orc player. You haven't played Orc in a bit of time. You've been playing a lot of Elves, so Amazons is quite surprising to me.
But as we all know, if Joe's told us anything, Amazons, if they get a lot of skills pretty quickly, they are deadly.
They can be pretty crazy. Only bad thing is, if they fight any tackle teams, especially like Chaos Dwarfs, they're going to get hit hard.
Yeah, I think Chaos Dwarfs and Norse are the worst 2 matches for them.
Yeah.
Best matchup for them, and this might be a surprise to you, but the best match for them is against Lizardmen.
Yeah, with non-skilled Lizardmen, it can be very difficult for them to fight. But once the Lizardman gets some skills, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, but like I said, we're looking at the very first matches, and if Amazons get the Lizardmen, they're laughing, but if they get the Chaos Dwarfs, it's going to be a long night.
It's going to be killing. But either way, the next one up is some more new blood. It is JW Rules, or Gruels, what are you going to call him? He is playing the Necromantic team.
Yeah.
Another good choice.
Yep. Yes, a team, we all know them very well from my experience.
Yep, and I'm actually playing them in another league, so they are very, very good.
I would say best matchup for them would be against a Bashi team, like the Norse. That would be a great match for them.
Well, I would say something with actually high armor, because those claws early on can hurt an Orc team, a Chaos Dwarf team. But they have to play cautious though too. They only have flesh golems and zombies.
But here's the thing though. But the thing is though, for anyone who wants to face the Necromantic team, here's a piece of advice: get the wolves early, because if you could take out the wolves early, that team crumbles.
And another thing, if you want a lot more rerolls, you can actually take a ghoul and a werewolf. That's what I've done in my other league, and it's turned out to be very well. Buy a werewolf as soon as you can, though.
I mean, I bought 2 werewolves right at the start, and that kind of worked well for us.
Oh heck, I'm doing fairly decent for my bid in the other league. But either way, let's move on. Who's the next player that's on the list?
Yep. I'll be Bright Ops, and he is taking the Lizardmen.
Lizardmen.
Now, this is surprising from Bright Ops, because I was surprised he actually took Lizardmen. I thought he would have taken the Orcs as well before like a stable team.
Do you know something? I'm not really that surprised, because when he was doing YouTube before he started this league, he actually played a Lizardman team, and it was against AI. He had some really good luck with them. So this is actually not quite surprising to me. I was kind of somewhat expecting it if he had the availability to get them.
I would say for Lizardmen, for their best starting matchup would be against a human team, a non-skilled human team.
Human or a stunty team of some kind. Something that's weak like Skaven.
Yeah. His worst matchup would be the Chaos Dwarfs.
Chaos
Because for
Dwarves.
obvious reasons.
Yeah. Dark Elves can be kind of disgusting to fight against because they have a lot of block and very high agility, so they can just get past the sources. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one up is going to be Ben with the Wood Elves. Really interesting choice. I guess he loves the trees a lot.
Yeah. But this team might actually be one of the dark horses, because the Wood Elves, in my view, have one of not the best players in the game.
Oh, definitely. The War
Two,
Dancers. War Dancers. They are
Yep, and the Tree
awesome.
Men.
Well, the Treeman is definitely a good player, but not as good as the Halfling counterpart, because this one has Loner. If he gets a Treeman.
So, yeah. But the War Dancer is one of the best, and I would say his best matchup is against the Chaos Dwarfs, because, well, they're slow and they're not going to catch him.
Yeah.
His worst matchup would be against, and it would be against probably the Skaven or the Norse would be his worst matchup.
Indeed. Indeed. Something that's quick to that would catch up. Well, maybe not so much Skaven, but Skaven can outbash Wood Elves, kind of.
Yeah.
Because they can have a Rat Ogre, their Blitzers can be really, really disgusting. And heck, if there's something with high mutations, they can wreck them too. Tentacles. Ugh.
So, we're moving on to the next one, which is Maserati. He took the Undead.
That's a good choice too. Two mummies, whites. Whites are always good, and a ton of ghouls. The only bad thing is ghouls, they have to be protected.
Oh yes, but you cannot argue the mummies. The mummies are practically freight trains.
Oh, definitely, with Mighty Blow and everything. Awesome. And they have regeneration, and they're not like Tomb Guard and have decay.
Yeah. The worst starting matchup I would say for Undead is anyone with high agility and movement. That's their worst starter match.
Yeah, some elves, definitely.
And their best matchup is against anyone who can go into a bash fight.
Yeah, they can actually do well against something like Chaos Ogres, or maybe not so much Ogres, but Chaos Orcs, Chaos Dwarves actually,
So-
Necromantic, they can outbash them easily. The next one up
And
is
now
going
for
to
the
be
next player.
Typho Eternal with his High Elf team, quite surprisingly.
And this is interesting. This is the third elf team we've got in this league.
Indeed, this is the first dwarf team in any kind of season, and the most elf teams ever that we had.
Yep. Now, the good thing about high elves is, like their elven brethren, they are fast, they are good,
And they're
but they
great
have
at throwing.
one major. Yep, but they have one major Achilles heel. One major one.
Not a lot of block. Or dodge.
Nope, that is one of them. Yep, but there's another one. If they take many injuries,
Oh, that's expensive.
oh boy, they're expensive to replace.
Indeed.
So, I would say the best matchup for Die first matchup would be anyone who's slow.
Slow,
Mainly
stunty.
Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Worst matchup is against Norse, against Orcs, Chaos, or another Elf team. Pretty much.
Heck, to be honest, Chaos Dwarves is not really a horrible matchup for him either. If he outbashes them, get injuries, it can become a very bad matchup. And Bull Centaurs are disgusting.
And now for the next one. This is the we're now reaching the final four, and first off is Pig Dog. He took a team that you had.
Yep.
Chaos.
He's picking Chaos. I guess he saw how bad he got beaten with Skaven as my Chaos, so he took inspiration. Heck, he was cheering for me, and I appreciate it. I actually had someone cheering, backing me up. Oh, that was great. So Chaos, I'm happy you got him. If you need any tips, let me know. I can help you out because I love playing Chaos too. It's my favorite team.
Yep.
Even above Goblins.
I would say his best matchup to start with will be any team that's weaker than him, that doesn't have skills.
Oh,
Heck, even
definitely.
the Norse will be his best matchup.
Oh, Norse. Well, yes and no. He can get a lot of 2-dies, but Yetis can be very scary. So his probably best matchup is going to be something like Bretonia. What else? High Elves.
Damn, you gotta remember this is Johnny. If he goes silly, he might end up in trouble.
That is true. It is Johnny, so yeah, I can see that. Either way, the next one up is going to be Pirate Joe with Ogres.
This was a surprise.
Ogres are like onions. This one, he's going to have a bit of broken Nobblers and possibly an Ogre. Interesting, he can outbash almost anyone. Kind of. But,
Well,
yeah.
well, the one benefit of there's two benefits to an Ogre team. One, they don't suffer Bonehead.
That's true.
It's one of their main benefits.
No, actually,
However, there's one.
They don't have Loner, dude. They have Bonehead. They don't have Loner.
Oh yeah, they don't have Loner, which is a good thing for them.
Yes, because they can be able to throw
However,
Nobblers very easily.
yeah. However, their weakness is the Nobblers. That's their greatest weakness.
Yes and no. Nobblers only have one strength. They can be thrown. That's the advantage. And what's the other thing I'm thinking of? And if they lose a lot of Nobblers, they can get outnumbered. And those Ogres, yes, they're really, really strong. But if they get outnumbered, they get wrecked. And they're slow.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna look now at the Ogre team that's just been brought in.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, he's picked 4 Ogres, a lot of Nobblers, an Apothecary, and 3 rerolls. That's a good starting team, I would say.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
But unfortunately for our friend Pirate Joe, his worst matchup is either against Chaos Dwarves, Norse, or any team that has a lot of blockers. There is his worst matchups.
Yep, definitely.
However, his best matchups, however, are against anyone who doesn't have much like defense, basically. Anyone who's not very tough.
Yep.
Skaven is his best matchup where he can just cause major chaos.
I say more like Bretonia. Skaven, yes, they can get hit hard, but they can just run circles around those Ogres.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Undead is a good matchup for him too.
Oh yeah.
He's just outnumbered the Mumbies. I'll bash almost anything in front of him. Yeah. Easy. But next one up, you should go ahead and say, but it's yours.
Yep. I'm taking the Orcs, the Goth clan.
Which is actually really, really surprising on how late the Orcs got picked.
Yeah. To be honest, I'll be honest with you, I wanted to take the Dark Elves, but somebody took them. I thought, nah.
I wanted to too.
Yeah. But, unfortunately, this is what it happens when you're in the finals. We have to wait till the last picks.
Yep, and you got a lot of good matchups. Yeah, you can almost outbash a lot of teams. You have high strength. Blitzers are amazing.
And I have 4 of the buggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. My worst matchup, I'll be honest with you, is against Dwarfs. Chaos Dwarfs is my worst matchup.
Yes, it can definitely be, especially early on without that many skills for your Black Orcs. It can be definitely hard. The next one up is gonna be me, and I pick Underworld.
So it'll be fun.
It's gonna be interesting. I wanted to go Skaven, they got picked, and I also want to go to Goblins. Okay, so what is the best thing? Let's mix them together. And I got freaking Underworld with a lot of mutations. Yeah.
And also you've got a troll, so
A troll that can
wrong
get
with that.
claws really, really quickly.
Yeah, which is very terrifying. I mean, a troll with claws is terrifying.
Yet claws and mighty blow, I can hurt almost anyone with armor value 8 and up.
I mean, that's going to be and also you'll be throwing your goblins left, right, and center.
Oh, definitely. I'll definitely try to throw my gobos. And I also got the Skaven Blitzes with my team, and they can definitely become one of the most scary blitzers in the entire game. But they had to become it.
Oh yes, yes. I would say your best matchup, I'll be honest, will be against the ogres, because you can run rings around them and just get the whole nobles and get quick SP.
Yeah, because my goblins can outstrength them. And I can, if I fight a what you want to call it, a ogre, and my troll actually has level ups, then I can wreck some ogres. So definitely gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, but your worst matchup will be against the Chaos Dwarfs or the Norse team. They're your worst matchups.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. If I can get some level ups and get claws on some of my players, especially my blitzers and my troll, I don't think Chaos Dwarfs will be as strong against me. But early on, if I don't have any mutations, then yes. But either way, that's pretty much the end of this bit, unless you want to add anything else.
Yeah, I would like to add to all players who are watching this, I wish you all luck in this bloodfest that's going to happen.
Indeed.
And remember, each match will consist of a week, so we do try and hopefully get matches done within a week, hopefully.
Yeah, fairly quickly. We want them done once. Like, we got a rollover time. I think it's like Monday or Sunday, something like that. I think it's Sunday night, so you got a good chunk of time to be able to play.
Yeah. And do remember, folks, to contact your opponent when where your time zone is and when you're available, so it makes things a lot quicker, a lot easier.
Indeed. And if everyone enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to the hub channel of the YouTuber League, and we'll shall definitely see all of you in the next video, next schedule, next season, or this upcoming season of Blood Bowl. So thank you all for watching. Take it easy.
Yep.
And see you next
and
time.
keep an eye out for our predictions videos, which will hopefully come out soon.
Indeed. Once this thing pops open, you will definitely see them.
See you later.
Later.